Hello, everyone. For this week's discussion, I chose the prompt, What I Believe is the Greatest Opportunity for the Integration of the Christian Faith in Developmental Psychology, along with what I think the main obstacle is standing in the way of the start and furthering of the integration of the Christian faith with developmental psychology. I believe that the greatest opportunity for the integration of the Christian faith and developmental psychology is in how, over the years, we have learned more and branched out into both domains. Even though we have our primary lens focused on either faith or psychology, we are not blocking out other lenses of knowledge like in the past. We are more open to seeing how all branches of God's works can help us integrate those two topics. Both areas are able to gain further knowledge from other areas of study like history, biology, anthropology, and more. Each of these areas of study help provide information that was not thought of before and can help become a greater understanding of each faith and psychology, and also how these two topics have similar goals. Some of those goals are that both developmental psychology and the Christian faith focus mainly on one person. Now, they each act and interact with that person in different ways, from their views of the actions the person does to the methods on how to help that person through their struggles. Also, understanding that even though the Christian faith goes off of God's word and developmental psychology goes off of God's works, all truth about a person, community, or their values, etc., come from God, so they are all His truths. Being able to understand these aspects of both topics allows for a greater opportunity for integration. Now, I think that the main obstacle that is standing in the way of integrating these two topics is one that it has been throughout history, and that's acceptance. Not everyone is going to accept us or anyone wanting to integrate these two groups. They have been separate topics for many centuries, just how church and state has stayed separate. Changing the minds of these people is not going to be an easy task. For most people, if you bring up integrating or just that you as a Christian are going into the field of psychology, you will most likely get one of three responses from those people. The first response is that they're happy for you, that they're celebrating your transition and adding your knowledge, and those are the more open-minded of the Christians. The second is they'll be more indifferent, not for or against you going into psychology, but more like out of everything you could have chosen to study, why that? Why not like accounting or some other area of expertise? The third, they will question your road to salvation and try and help you by praying for your deliverance. The second and third responses are the ones you're mainly going to get from your fellow Christians if you tell them you're in some type of psychology field. This is one bias that mainly contributes to the lack of acceptance and integration of the Christian faith and development, and one that we need to work on overcoming to solve and start the integration of the Christian faith and developmental psychology.